I've never seen the face of God before. But I know she has soft palms and rough fists. Beats ass and lullabies babies to sleep. She is the epitome of duality. Can rock a snapback, a bald head, a headscarf, box braids, and a poppin' ass. I'm dope like 3'5" for 90. Like Zaza and Obama runts, I'm dope as hell. With cheap jewelry like mid, with the crystals, you only gonna know if you smoke me and who's smoking me. This backwood boy who knows how to pack a punch. I mean, I'm not looking for smoke, but nigga, this dope ready for it. Before I was dope, I was a dope fiend. I was depressed. I was angry, a premeditated explosion, a lone firecracker on the 4th of July, wanting to engulf the sky. There's something to be said for a boy who falls in love before he knows how dope he is. He is a smothered flicker of a flame. He is a depressed lung of a boy willing to siphon the air out of anything for himself. But I have found the skeletons in my closet. I have found the monsters under my bed and prayed with them. I know the demons in my head. Even now, they are kneeling next to me now. Now I be explosive. I be the fire and firecracker now. I be a flame flowing in the wind, a lit blunt, a hot box I am smoking, like a fanny pack and Swisher Leaf smoking. Like I got a pack of papers right in front of me. How you gonna smoke me? You can't even smoke my weed. How you gonna zip a nigga that smoke zips? I am a lit blunt, a lit roach that you can't smoke without burning your fingers. Where I look like folding under pressure when I smoke pressure, nigga. I am pressure. Now, I don't just be bomb, I be the bong. And now, I don't just be dope, I be the dope man.
I believe this place is dope. It was really crazy because I really wrote this in a Black Chakra workshop. He's a famous poet from Baltimore, one of the Barges. The prompt he did was dope, and so I saw he did this metaphor on like dopeness, but also the intersectionality of Black people in mass incarceration. And so my point, I did the latter. Like, I'm talking about dope, but like how I'm dope, and before I knew I was dope. You see what I'm saying? It's like me explaining that journey into realizing my own self-worth in this poem and how beautiful it is once I got there. So that's what I feel like dope is.
We started off with Nerf guns, getting shot and pulling the bullets off. Upgraded to airsoft. Neosporin to get the bruises off. See, our only choice is to let these bullets off or take these bullets out. But last time, we ain't let no bullets off. He was dead by the time they put the bullets out. We grew up practicing chokeholds just to know how to survive them. Slap boxing just to check off on Black boys teach each other. Learn how to play spades in the garage because the grown folks had the kitchen table. They say, if you from the suburbs, you can't speak on the hood. But my nigga moved from the hood to the suburbs now. The hood is in the suburbs. Death been getting a little too close to home for us last week. A bullet rifle passed my nigga head now. He's so scared, he want everybody strapped. See, The last person killed in my city was 6 minutes from my home. The police station is 13 minutes from my house. By the time they would have got to me, my parents would have already been planning the funeral. It's hard to face your fears when you don't know which way they coming from. So now my niggas watching, back to back, ready to flip on anybody like dominoes. And ain't that what a domino effect is? One boy falls victim, now a whole line is traumatized. They have just been dealing with the cards they've been dealt, telling them to put their guns down. It's like telling them to stand still while they shooting, telling them to put their guns down. It's like sentencing them to a killing. See, I wish the suburbs was as safe as you thought they was. I've been trying to make the suburbs as safe as you thought they were, but I'm going back to school in the fall. But my niggas still gonna be in the hood, or in the suburbs, or being hood in the suburbs. Either way, 3 hours too far away. Ain't no amount of poems can save you from a gun. A prayer is something that kicks in after the bullet. God has always been more for the soul than the body. Sometimes a gun is the only thing that separates you from a casket. We started off with Nerf guns, getting shot and pulling the bullets off. Upgraded to airsoft, Neosporin to get the bruises off. Our only choice is to let these bullets off and take these bullets out. Our only choice is to let these bullets off and take these bullets out. Last time, we ain't letting no bullets off. He was dead by the time they put the bullets out.
Nerf guns is really a powerful piece. It's one of my favorites because it really speaks to the gun violence that happens not only in neighborhoods but in the suburbs. A lot of times people think this stuff that happens in the hood just stays in the hood, but it don't. There are real people that are hurt and real people that are hurt everywhere. And so it's just talking about what it is and how it's affecting the black boys that's growing up here. It's not easy all the time. It's not hard. But I'm going to speak on what I'm going to speak on. And hopefully, we can all get a little better.
Man, they playing over here, man. They doing their thing. Look, we in here vibing. You know how we do. You already know what's going on. I ain't cursing today because I'm professional, I guess. Sort of. God got me and I'd have had my libation, so we in the mood. We're going to get into it. I didn't want to do it. Yeah, but we're going to get into it. My flow is so fluid. Yeah. I've never seen the face of God before, but I know she has soft palms and rough fists, beats ass and lullabies babies to sleep. She is the epitome of duality. Can rock a snapback, a bald head, a headscarf, box braids, and a poppin' ass lace front wig all simultaneously. She is so much woman, Mother Earth trembles. Battles breast cancer with both her hands tied behind her back, while working on her master's degree can turn ramen into stir-fry and feed a neighborhood. She was crucified on the operating table and resurrected herself. And though I've never seen the face of God before, I know she got a killer-ass jump shot. But she hoops, her chemo-ridden body aches, but she, like Rice Krispies, still makes ankles snap, crackle, and pop. I know she likes R&B. I know she tells people that her son writes poetry, and though I have never seen the face of God before, my mother is the closest thing I know to mercy. But on most days, I do not deserve my mother. She calls me every day, even when I do not answer, and sometimes I hang up before she finishes saying I love you. But don't we all fall short of the glory of a black woman? Who else could do both, breathe life and be target but a mama? And my mama can't have kids after me. The doctor says it's like her body ain't strong enough. It's like the doctor don't understand that that's my mama, but my mama still holds her scars like jewelry. Keeps them close to her heart but never forgets to flaunt them. But ain't that what you supposed to do when you conquer death? Didn't Jesus show both his hands after resurrection? And What be more holy than a black woman who survived breast cancer 3 times and made it out the project? See my mama be a wounded lion, forced to cut off her own mane, but goddamn, she make ball look beautiful. Rocks it like a new tattoo. My mama a warrior, so quick to fight for everyone. She forgets to fight for herself, but she forgets to rest. But my mama has keratoconus, has corneas that literally change shape, that hold her eyesight hostage and threaten to rob her blind. But my mama ain't afraid to be without her eyes, to be without her innocence or her life. She was raised to be a martyr, to be willing to die for a cause in a country and a culture that may not even remember her, but I'ma always remember my mama. How she looks at me like Seventh-day Galaxy. How she nestles me into her bosom like I was the last good thing to be pushed out of her body. And after 20 years of trying, I have realized you can't pay back God, but all she wants, after 6 missed calls and unread messages, is to know that her son is still black and still breathing. So no, mama, I may never be worthy, but the next time you call, I promise to wait for you to finish saying I love you first. And if you stay on the phone long enough, I will say it back.
So this piece is talking about my mom. I can never thank my mom enough for what she does on a daily basis. I remember from growing up with her fighting cancer to her getting her master's degree, and not only counseling, but like being an inspiration and helping kids that struggle in the community. She's the closest thing I've seen to somebody who's merciful and selfless. And so this piece is to her because she deserves it.
So we're like 8 months into this year. And we still screaming justice for Breonna Taylor. So, yeah. We ain't finna get into that right now, but we gonna get into it later. Yeah, so we finna get a little heavier. Hope y'all still vibing with me. Yeah, let's get it. When I was raped, I said nothing. Swallowed depression like Adam's apple daily. Practiced my smile in the mirror. Told myself that it never happened, that it was just a dream soon. I was so good at faking emotions, I didn't need my own, but when I saw you, I saw a rehearsed smile. A tender, broken body still in shards, and I wondered how you looked so put together. How we got so good at acting without teachers. We talk for hours. With dry eyes and almost empty hearts, we tell each other everything but what happened to us and who did it. But in this world, we were never raped. Never had body purged of innocence. We just had a nasty fall. We tell each other we were mountain climbers. Her, always one slipped hand away from cliff. Me, always trying to save her, to attempt for never saving myself, but every time my fingertips touch, she falls. I want to save her so bad, it keeps me up at night, smoking more, and I keep fantasizing about stopping him. And since we refuse to call our rapist name, we call him Gravity, because he brings down everything that he touches, and I want to craft a body for him. I want to craft a body for him. See, I want his death to be musical. His blood to be river. I want his body hit by an orchestra of bullets. I want his last words to be a beautiful song. But the words barbed wire, so we get to watch as his vocal cords split. I want his blood to be spectacle, to be believed, and remembered like none of the girls ever were, like I never was. And I know he knows what happens to the bodies that hit the ground. I know he knows what happens to the bodies that hit the ground, but he just keeps pulling and pulling, never worrying about the bodies, about himself, but just the girls, just taking. But somewhere in the deepest of depression, she started back breathing again, standing again, and now she has nowhere to go but up and dusting his scare you gravity. What will you do when the heart of women start to climb? Where will you retreat besides the darkest void of a starless sky? And what will you do when morning comes? When the sun burns like truth, how will you stop them? An army of women and survivors that defy gravity. Ain't no stopping them. So I really wrote this next piece like this year. Yeah, we finna get into it. They still doing their thing back here. You know, the audio equipment team, scene team, video team, they doing their thing too. Just so y'all know, y'all can't see them, but obviously they showing out. I'm sweating like a sinner in church. I would apologize, but shit, I don't know what to say. Like, it's hot. Yeah. The devil doesn't come to our doorstep. He plays duck, duck, goose in our living room. We don't know which one of us he would take next, so we write our wills together. We hold hands as we pray as if to say, if he wants to take one of us, he has to take us all. The devil only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And the last time my daddy seen my great-grandmother was when the Klan kidnapped her. I know the same quiet that filled my granny house came for. My daddy saw the devil in white cloaks. I know it was a still night. The kind that Satan likes to work in. We don't speak much about my great auntie because she got away after they raped her. For all we know, she died with a new name and a baby that she never chose to make. So when those cops in plain clothes busted in that black girl's house where she slept, I knew they were there to do the devil's work. And without knowing whether or not they had the right house, they shot 25 times that night. We don't know if our boyfriend surrendered before or after she did her last breath, but he was arrested. But not the officers that killed her, which is to say he was arrested before the white folks who kidnapped my great-grandmother, before the white men who raped my great-auntie. And the Bible says that vengeance is God's. To turn the other cheek for doom will soon rush upon them, but doom ain't came fast enough for me. I want those wiggers dead. I want to lynch the spirits of those white folks who kidnapped my great-grandmother. I want those officers dragged out their homes in handcuffs. I'm tired of praying when white folks get away. The Bible says that the world will end in fire this time. This is the fire of my great-auntie's eye that you thought you could extinguish. Don't you know? To kill black folk is to slaughter everyone that remembers them. This is what happens with black anger spans generations. When the walls of Jericho refuse to fall and Pharaoh says no, today is judgment day. If we cannot have heaven here, then why not destroy it all? The flags, the country, make it rain and kerosene. Let methane boom from the speakers, bring Hades and Hephaestus and ask them to dance across the fire, burn it all. Like dry sticks in the campfire, burn it all. Like fields that refuse to throw. If we cannot be happy here, if all we will ever know is unending cold, then make this a fireplace. Make it a Georgia beach with hellfire. If the world will end in fire this time, then let it come, let it cook, let it singe until the buildings crack, let it burn until the White House turns black. If we cannot have justice here or peace here, then let us die here as ashes fade in the wind. We've been marching. We've been marching for over 40 days and 40 nights. For over 730 hours. For over 43,800 minutes. My knees have gotten too tired to pray, and I have gotten too tired to wait. So if God will not come for you, if God will not come for you, then ask him to protect you.
The next piece. This next piece is called Killing Gravity. Killing Gravity is a very powerful piece. It talks about people who are close to me who are going through sexual assault, and people who, you know what I'm saying, who are close to me who have experienced that in the ways of experience, and me wanting them to find themselves again, me wanting them to own their truth and take back the power that they think was stolen from them, and wanting them to reclaim their beauty and their power and how beautiful it would be once they get that. That's why that piece means so much to me.
It's crazy. You know? Hot fire. Right. Gotta be. Super hot fire. I look forward to getting through these pieces. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully I showcase my lyricism. You know, my writing, my pen game. I've been trying. Y'all ready to get into it? It's Cupid. Yes, sir. Shout out Black Chalker for this workshop for these two pieces. He gonna know what's up. I can't think of nothing to write about. See, I'm supposed to be spewing poems, but I ain't been feeling real faucet lately. My jeans tighter than they should be. My body don't feel like home to me, and these studs don't make me feel like one. My sneaky link say she tired of being sneaky. She say I don't treat her like a priority, and I say, of course, you ain't nothing but a hole to me. My grades ain't been on par lately. I want to be held, but not tightly. Lust keep leaving me lonely, so if I catch Cupid, he better have good aim, cause I don't take shots lightly. A Greek god means nothing to a Christian, so it won't be blasphemy when I clip his wings. How I'm gonna bow to a bow and arrow if he hear bow before the arrow? What's a Greek god to a hero but a legend in the making? Cupid gonna be just a myth if he miss. I'm done waiting for love. This time it's Draco with a ski mask. Black girl, sis humor, put it in the duffel bag. I ain't looking for love no more. I'm running up on love's door. I ain't leaving till my wife come out this time. If Cupid duck me, he ducking bullets. I'll put a V on a Mac and clear the whole scene. Put 4 shots in the baby like he getting vaccines. Cupid might be fly, but this time I'ma give him different wings. What I look like looking for love when I know who got it. I ain't asking for what's mine when I can rob a nigga. See, falling in love is like writing a good poem. Lust is like hiding behind a metaphor of heartbreak. It's like being vulnerable and not scoring well. It's hard to write a good poem when there's so many things to write about. Too many devices to write with. It takes too much time to write a good poem. To fall in love, to stay in love, but robbing a nigga? Taking what's his and making it mine, no, that is easy. So, what I look like fearing a God I don't believe in?
So this next piece was more of one of my fun joints. It really talks about, like, I'm really tired of, like, getting into, like, relationships that's not long lasting. Like, searching for love is so tiring. And so it's just like, if I knew where love was in this world, why would I search for it? You see what I'm saying? If I knew that Cupid is the dude who has love and he just got an abundance of it, I would rob Bryan almost immediately. And that's what this problem's about. That's what this poem's about. Robbing Cupid because he's stingy and he's keeping the love for himself. So we coming down your street and you better lock your windows, Cupid. And so that's what he's doing. right. Hopefully God don't strike me for this piece. I already apologized before I said it to him. Really, it's a hyperbole piece, exaggeration. Remember that when I spit it, because, look, don't think too bad of me. I'm not going to tell you about my upbringing because I don't want y'all shouting out my pops. But we finna get into it. Hope y'all enjoy it. You know, we finna get in there. Yeah, it's your boy, or not your boy, but probably finna be. Shout out to my two guys back here. They doing their thing, like always. And I'm about to tell y'all a story. It's gonna be my last story tonight. I hope y'all enjoy it. We're going blasphemy. Yeah. Blasphemy, yeah, this shit funny. So I seen God yesterday, and I'm not sure if her ass fat, but her eyes pretty. Her lips are bigger than bodies of water, and I've been thinking a lot about drowning lately, see? She a miracle with a little more chest and booty, and though me and God ain't had the best relationship, I know that nigga must be looking out for me. See, I talked to God yesterday. I told her about herself. We watched the game, and since I ain't want her showing me up, I brought water and Hennessy, see. I cuddled with an angel, and she said, I think your wings are poking me, and I said, those ain't my wings. So now she thinking unholy with the halo. We gonna get kicked out of heaven, but we still kicking at God's lips. God's lips are like clouds of nicotine. So soft, but I feel that they ain't good for me. God got a virus on her computer, and I say, you was probably on Pornhub looking up WAP. And she say, why would I look up something I already got? So now I'm thinking about God and thinking about WAP. And she thinking about me, and I don't want her to stop. I've been thinking about giving God head lately. And I know it's blasphemous to be this horny and religious, but I really want to wade in her waters. I heard that there be floodgates in heaven, so I'm trying to get wet and pray. See, she say she's celibate, but I just want to eat her forbidden fruit to see what was all the hype about to cause her to have a threesome with Adam and Eve. See, do you think if I had sex with God, it would be a sin, or us just defining our relationship? See, God said that I got drunk and that I said that I love her, but I said, who don't love God? She say, quit playing, and I say, if you are willing to call somebody a God for saving a people who are never worth saving, then you must be some sort of deity for saving me from the streets. A Jezebel in a church house, saved but still saucy. I've only seen God save sinners, so what do you call somebody who saves a hoe? Ain't that miracle? And I know it's blasphemous to be this horny and religious, but you can be whatever God you do. Whatever God you do, you don't believe yourself to be as long as you stay with me. So stay with me. Preach. We in here. You know, shout out to my amazing musicians and the amazing recorders and music and setup. We did the thing. I don't know if I should just walk off, but I'm about to. Shout out your boy Nathan. My Instagram, I am Nathan Wallace. I don't know if it's going on there, but I'm just talking right now. But yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm dope like 3-5 for 90. Like Zaza and Obama runs, I'm dope as hell. With cheap jewelry like mid.
with the crystals. You only gonna know if you smoke me and who's smoking me. This backwood boy who knows how to pack a punch. I mean, I'm not looking for smoke, but nigga, this dope ready for it. Before I was dope, I was a dope fiend. I was depressed. I was angry, a premeditated explosion, a lone firecracker on the 4th of July, wanting to engulf the sky. There's something to be said for a boy who falls in love before he knows how dope he is. He is a smothered flicker of a flame. He is a depressed lung of a boy willing to siphon the air out of anything for himself. But I have found the skeletons in my closet. I have found the monsters under my bed and prayed with them. I know the demons in my head. Even now, they are kneeling next to me now. Now I be explosive. I be the fire and firecracker now. I be a flame flowing in the wind, a lit blunt, a hot box I am smoking, like a fanny pack and Swisher Leaf smoking, like I got a pack of papers right in front of me. How you gonna smoke me and you can't even smoke my weed? How you gonna zip a nigga that smoke zips? I am a lit blunt, a lit roach that you can't smoke without burning your fingers, where I look like folding under pressure when I smoke pressure, nigga. I am pressure. Now, I don't just be bomb, I be the bong. And now, I don't just be dope, I be the dope man.